Y'all, we got a couple big old Porterhouse steaks. We're gonna put them on the Woodfire Grill. We're gonna reverse sear them because to me that's the best way to do a steak. So you're not gonna want to miss this one, guys. These are 1-inch thick, pretty healthy size steaks, right? So we're gonna get into how we set them up. So as we do with most steaks, we go back 24 hours and I show you that we do a little drive brine on them. That's where you take your steaks out, you put them on a rack, sitting kind of over a cookie sheet or a tray, and then you salt them up with a little kosher salt. Okay, I do it pretty much anytime I do a steak. To me, it's the best way to impart some flavor. So all that salt does is kind of draw out that moisture, but then it absorbs that flavor back in, and it totally changes the flavor of your steak, and you're gonna love it. Once you get those steaks salted up, you put them in the fridge uncovered, let it go overnight, and as you can see, the color changes completely. It's a nice dark red. It looks beautiful. But we're gonna level these up by giving them a little spray down with some avocado oil, just so our barbecue rub sticks to it. We're using a rub from my buddy Will at Taco Slayers. I'll put a link to his Instagram down below so you can check it out. It's a nice all-purpose rub with, you know, hints of coffee in there. Good stuff, chunky rub. It's gonna be amazing. Got those steaks nice and seasoned up. They're chilling right now, kind of sweating down that rub in there, building those flavors, right? I had to get my Temp Spike Plus in there. Guys, I'll put a link down below. I believe they got a sale going on. It's 2 for 1 for that Temp Spike. I don't know how long it lasts, but check it out. My link gives you a little discount too. So even if that sale is passed, there's always tons of sales on my ThermoPro links. Now for pellets, we're gonna use some Bear Mountain Barbecue cherry wood pellets. I have 4 cookbooks for the Woodfire. So if you'd like to get one of those, I got them down below, like always in the video description. They're downloadable e-cookbooks, $5 each, or if you get all 4, it's $15, so it saves you $5, right? It's a pretty good deal. That reverse sear technique, we're gonna bring up the internal temperature of the steaks nice and slow. We're gonna set the wood fire to 275 on the smoker setting, and I'll put the Celsius around here somewhere. We're gonna take it to about 125 using that Temp Spike. Once that's up to 275, we're gonna pull the steaks off, set it to the grill setting high, and then once that goes to the preheat, we'll sear off the steaks about 30 seconds, a minute on each side, give them a flip, same. Now the Porterhouse steak is basically 2 steaks. We're gonna have the filet on one side and the New York strip on the other. Let's get this fired up. Grill grate in our wood fire, right? The grill plate. Gonna turn it on. Hello. Right, take it to the smoker setting. We go 275. The default 3 hours is fine. I'm not worried about that. We're cooking to internal temperatures, right? Wood fire flavor button set up. Hit start, let it go through the ignition process, and we'll get them steaks on. Okay, guys, we're up to temp. Got a good smoke rolling. There's the steaks on the grill. That's a gorgeous color. We got our Temp Spike in there. Now let's give it that good smoke and bring it up to temp. Shut this bad boy down. About 20 minutes to come up to temp. Steaks are looking right. Nice and juicy. Let's get them off and get that grill fired up. Have a tray over here. Let's hit stop. We'll have it on the grill setting. We're gonna take this up to high. Not really worried about the wood fire flavor button going because we got the smoke we wanted. It's still smoky over there anyway, so the fan will pull it in. Hit start, let it go through the preheat process, and then we'll start searing off them steaks. So we're gonna add our steaks on. Oh yeah, you get that sizzle, baby. Give it nice, good contact so we get those beautiful sear marks. Oh yeah, babe. Make sure you got plenty of contact. Just gonna let it go about 30 seconds or so. Then we'll give them a flip. Okay, time to give them a flip. Oh yeah, babe. This is some beautiful sear marks. Looking good, looking good. Those are some beautiful steaks, guys. Another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll take them off. Steaks are done. Time to get them inside. We're gonna let them rest 5-10 minutes. Let all those juices kind of redistribute in there. We'll slice them up, take a bite, call it a day. We let them rest. I'm gonna go ahead and slice them up. I'm feeling like I got these. These are definitely done. Probably more of a medium than medium rare, what I had hoped. Did a little extra filming in there, trying to get like little better sear marks. So stuff you guys don't normally see just because it's, you know, YouTube style. It's all about the gram, you know, eyes eat first and all that jazz. Take a look at the filet. We got some good color on there, all right? We'll do it, you know, I mean, look at the juices on the board here. So we'll set this up kind of like a steakhouse style here, right? Just kind of cut them into slices, right? Get that packed up to it. Same thing with the filet here. Filet, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, about medium, no big deal. But it looks too dang good. You know, the filet is that nice tender bit. Oh yeah, that's good, man. Think you're looking good, baby.